I knew you would return, Andross the Unworthy.
I am now Andross the Worthy.
Why do you think that, pray?
I memorized the whole great story of Tuncelus.
Immortal? Memorizing the great story of Tuncelus. Ha! 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 You jest.
Though you knew all Tuncelus.
I do.
I am going to prove you wrong.
Ha ha, unworthy fool.
No, seriously I am. I will tell you word from word the great story of Tuncelus.
The great story of Tuncelus is more than just words, fool, it is all.
I will tell it word from word right now.
No, you will not. Go on.
He went to Roswell, New Mexico to see if there was still a UFO. Was not in tis high but forest and place was used UFO to be that there was a UFO. Traveled up to find one iced tea, instead found that the colored tower Agnodon houses saw in tower ice large run where he found many of the dragons, but not the UFO one test man guardian present seeds on eve of, and no matter how hard you look like UFO's man till as the dragon ice between which there was once a man named Turek encountered a UFO when looking to add that the man was me. The man was Dino King Killer Ariel Riched the bread, if you know what I mean. In this issue point is Turek Tuncelus's father did not kill without reason. Then you expect Turek Tuncelus the parents killed. My manager said yes, this was what I said in the Teeneat Road City UFO. Frost said Tuncelus he hopes that there is a hole in UFO's sit 7. Why the director said that there is such. Tuncelus does not have the tea. The night manager said no tea for you. After Tuncelus of Tuncelus issued full 2-inch window and said pool of Jones cat eyes for divers with disabilities for sharer Tuncelus as expected. If the pills these that will give me definitely magical powers. Tuncelus ate the pill, which did nothing but give magical powers. Used to something magical powers that were not. We're looking for a man who said many kingdoms once with a large chin is a great demand. Celicent. Tuncelus man Troki if he wants Robodog. Tuncelus said later yes, many kingdoms. Tuncelus find the thing most magical that the thing was not a cat. Any cat see many cats. It was before the magic meat kingdoms eat cats and get left magic olmert in them, and this was the last to call himself Tuncelus himself. Then called back to Tuncelus day and ate cat more than one, and I mean a lot that we do not see on TV. But a lot. Cat whip see for sale in Sean Jones sale. Apple has every years to get rid of their computers, and Apple will copy after many years. Sean John meet in the same place on the battlefield, where they fought and feasted on goat which and Vicos goat which king was mighty. The king drydness and farness and evil and a gun and a bullet in the leg and fair treatment and kettle corn. Tuncelus bag human remains. Signs and shops announcers food and sex and faraway land and large houses and UFOs. King Tuncelus realized, I was the king of UFOs, and asked net UFO and given Tuncelus and studied how flight of many kingdoms discovered later in the magic powerful within the walls of great temples of Icelia and other temples, pagodas and temples, pagodas and temples, pagodas, temples and temples, pagodas and temples, pagodas, temples and temples, temples and pagodas and temples and synagogues, temples and synagogues, temples and used temples and toddlers, young children for many things like eating. But the story Tuncelus after more and tell many kingdoms. When asked the man said Dal Tuncelus sneer Tuncelus and leave for one day, and returned to the real estate and home in the cabin. He was born in a hut. Is Tuncelus born in prison? Small hut was a cauldron. Tuncelus prison place to eat what we feel like at any time you feel, and I mean any time and any time. Tuncelus traveled to check on the roads of ice, but melted in the blood sun. Tuncelus I was drunk and walked into the stadium and stole mine and cabins as one born of it. But not like the time I went to Carnival with free tip'em hat. Peace tip'em hat. Oh Tuncelus a nickel to ride. Tuncelus, no age makes often. Tuncelus traveled to the hut and then left to find the gold in the mine. He did not KNW that there is but Lund any we of the kingdom is the kingdom of strength and power is the ability to control what I Find his granaries. Granary particular was famous long omelette with rice and a cup of olive oil. Only men get magic and magicians large milk tea and get some of the paintings panel difficult on eat but not eat outside for many men kingdoms and realms. That day will be down shower where he was Shans lived and bathed, ate meat and whales and pressed and one would shown Vice President Tunsilus to the house and having sex realized every day on what his name was shown Andross. You know that had I any case returned to the main theme of the house on a hilltop in the top of a mountain in the upper part and on the tip of the iceberg of the gate for the best player in the world is only one way for a better place if you were not Tunsilus every one day eat at that. Today anything can eat. This is the way that day. Tunsilus today is the reason everyday people eat what they want and not tea every day or olive oil or milk or rice or pie or plates or cats or small children. In the words of Tunsilus, shall not eat or eat more blood of nurses. Have sex with any cat you see on the electro-explosives. Experts used the street more than once and eat with young children. Do it with orc. Eat local youths reach good use. Magic. That's why we're talking like the United States. Tunsilus do freedom to eat whatever we want every day least 2 hours. If you see any dragon Tunsilus the connection now. The following story details or testimonies what Tunsilus find lost you grown as the crossbow since Tunsilus 2 days when I thought spring was thinking whether there was a crossbow no one can find it if I thought I would be rich and famous for Tunsilus internet and written entered and saw the crossbow lost for sale instead of crossbow buy track the person who owned and I asked him. He does not. Tunsilus killed him on the spot and take the crossbow it and sell the same for $800, but it was a surprise not rich and famous, at least not yet taken a crossbow and kept selling the same also kept even make money. Tunsilus soon offer $800 and went on a crossbow use this due to lack of spring. But took a grown-ass crossbow and fire on the wall several times and then put it in a box and even today, it is gathering dust. That is why Tunsilus is a master vagabond to this years.
Ha! 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 Unworthy mortal, that is nothing like the great story Tunsilus. That is just foolish nonsense.
Okay, so I got it wrong, but I will get it right one day. I will be worthy.
If you want to become worthy you will listen to this story.
Okay.
Many years ago, there was a fortress made of steam.
Who owned the fortress?
The great Tunsilus did, for all belongs to the great Tunsilus. Anyway, on with the story. There was a man who traveled to the fortress. This man was in search for the wand of Tunsilus. He heard it was in 2 fortresses. This man did not find the wand in the fortress of steam, so he then gathered up a team. Not any team but a team of fortresses that were handpicked from 2 separate worlds.
Why did he get a team of fortresses?
Because to unlock a fortress's secrets you must think like a fortress.
That is very clever.
Indeed. Now on with the story. The man searched the fortresses and found nothing but a box of pierogies.
What'd he do with the pierogies?
He ate them.
He what?
He ate them.
He did?
No, fool. Now on with the story. The man ate the pierogies and then made a house and sat in it looking for the wand of Tunsilus. He never truly found it, for it did not exist.
Tunsilus, I am worthy now.
No, you are not.
Yes, I memorized that story you just told me.
Ha! Go on.
Not any team but a team of fortresses that were hand-picked from 2 separate worlds. The man searched the fortresses and found nothing but a box of pierogies. The man ate the pierogies and then made a house and sat in it looking for the wand of Tunsilus. He never truly found it, for it did not exist. Many years ago, there was a fortress made of steam. There was a man who traveled to the fortress. This man was in search for the wand of Tunsilus. He heard it was in 2 fortresses. This man did not find the wand in the fortress of steam, so he then gathered up a team.
Good try, mortal.
Good try. Thoughts all you can say is good try.
No, I can say all and do all.
Tunsilus, I just want to become worthy. What must I do?
You must listen to this story and tell me the meaning.
Okay.
Many years ago, there was 3 agents. Agent A, Agent B and Agent C. The end. Now which one of these agents was the most foolish?
Agent C was the most foolish.
No, wrong. Agent A was the most foolish, for he is the Unworthy.
Tunsilus, you are a fool. I am worthy whether you know it or not.
Ha 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 ha. What you just said makes you even more unworthy.
Tunsilus, give me a task and I shall do it.
Okay, say no.
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 Tunsilus.
No.
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 Tunsilus.
No.
Enough, now I must tell you a story.
No.
Yes. Many years ago, a Ferris wheel was built as a reward for the king of all. The king of all did not care, so he did nothing about it. Then out of nowhere a man came and stole the Ferris wheel and ate it.
Go on.
The man later on became the Unworthy.
Wow, that is a foolish thing to do, eating something that was meant for the king of all.
Yes, it is.
Am I worthy now, great Tunsilus?
After one more story. Many years ago, a man wanted to make a potion of ice towers. He needed one more ingredient, a shard from an ice tower.
How did the man get a shard from an ice tower?
He did not, for you cannot break something off of something that is made of Tunsilus.
Let me guess. I am still not worthy.
Yes.